What's up guys, welcome to Trends and Trash. If you're joining us for the first time, please do not forget to hit the magic button, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first one to know when we upload a new and latest content. Well, we are back with another review and a deep reaction on Generations The Legacy. Well, as Generation begins, we see that Gokflo and her friends are trying to do some prayers for Mrexa, thinking that probably he'll be fine because he has not been taking it easy. This thing of Lucy not being away, but looking at how the generation scenes are coming, Lucy Diale will be coming back on set. As we know guys, she was busy delivering her baby. Well, going forward, Sianda and Spare get some surprising news as they didn't know that their father and the brother Jack Mabasa is actually arrested. Well, they ran to the police station to find out what's really going down. But one thing I can tell you guys is that Mrexa is going through a lot, because today he went to the Shebeen and he started harassing people, shouting and people. You know what, you could see that Mrexa is not on, but I pray and I hope that Lucy come back soon, because you know what, Mrexa is having really a tough time. Well, on the other side, Mr. Kabisi Moroka visited the office to try to find his wife, because the wife disappeared and he doesn't know where she is. Well, she's missing in action, but me and you, we know that she's probably with Ufifi Gaddafi. But wait, we'll get there. Relax, chill there. Well, Kabisi went to the office and tried to find where Sid is. He asked the receptionist, and the receptionist was like, yo, this person I last saw her in the afternoon. And Kabisi said, please check her calendar. And when they check the calendar, Sid doesn't have any meeting schedule. Fuck all. Well, I believe that got Kabisi to say, something is not right, something is fishing. But well, let's see how it turns out. But you know, after that, Kabisi had to go to the minister's house, Ukaba, and try to apologize and find common grounds on the matter that recently happened. Well, Kaba didn't want to laugh, and he was like, you know what, Moroka people, I'm no longer talking to you if there's no lawyer in my presence. But you know what? Anyway, I told Moroka Mazwe that he must make a public apology and also give me 15 million rand, but he seemed to be a bit stubborn. And Kabisi was like, you know what? I want 20 million and a public apology. Kabisi tried to negotiate, and Kaba was like, no. This is not up for discussion. Well, going back to the police station, they're caught up by another surprise when the other policemen come back and say the hospital received the ambulance, but Gaddafi was missing in action. Well, they say it's Gaddafi guy 1, Gaddafi guy 2. Well, they realize that Gaddafi is gone and Gaddafi is no more close to anyone. Well, seems like police have lost Gaddafi again. Well, Kabisi tried to talk to Mazwi and put sense so that Mazwi can actually went and ask for making a public apology to the minister. But Kabisi says, you know what, someone has to pay for this. And guess what? The poor Sianda has to lose his job, because it is the Morokas, and Morokas get away with anything. They get away with crime. Guys, it's not fair. But anyway, you know what? As they were talking with Kabisi, Spake came in and they discussed about this Kumukani disappearing and Jack arrested. You know what? Mazwi boldly say, yes, at least they arrested Jack, forgetting that Jack, it is his father-in-law, and Jack's son Spay is actually in the picture. And I was like, sorry, but Spay didn't buy it. She just told Mazwi right away that, you know what, I know you don't like my dad and I don't care how you feel about him. Well, that's what went down with that part. But going forward into what you wanna know and what you have been waiting for, it's the Tsidi and the Gaddafi scene. Let me say, is the Romeo and the Juliet, because I believe that Tsidi and Gaddafi is the Romeo and Juliet of Generations The Legacy. Well, Tsidi eventually wait where they were supposed to meet with Gaddafi, and Gaddafi arrives and he was like, yo, I'm still having tea, and Tsidi was like, hey, it's not funny, here's your transport up here, you have to leave. And Gaddafi was like, you know what, I'm not gonna leave alone, let's go together. And Tsidi was like, no, that cannot happen. Gaddafi tried to hold Tsidi, give her a romantic babe kiss. And she was like, no ways, I'm not going anywhere. I'm married, you know, and I'm married to someone I know I love. There's no way that I'm going with you. You know what? Gaddafi tried to convince and say, I'll see you, but it seems like Gaddafi ended up going alone, But Tidi went back home, and Kabisi was not impressed when Tidi came back home, and Kabisi was like, where were you? Tidi tried to lie and say I was with Wesley, but Kabisi could see that something is fishing here because there's a bit of smokiness. But anyway, Gabi kept his cool, and he's like, okay, it's fine, my love. And then we see as generation ends that she's playing chess and having memory banks on what last went down when she was with Gaddafi. And it seems like, well, she will miss the guy and she will always love the guy. Guys, I don't know, what's your view on this matter that Siri cannot get over Gaddafi? Well, this is Trends and Trash. Until we meet again, I'm signing out. Goodbye.